Parkin Fitness here, ready to teach you guys how to Romanian deadlift. The Romanian deadlift, although it has deadlift in its name, is not performed much like the conventional deadlift. The difference lies where the bar starts and ends. In a conventional deadlift, the bar starts on the floor and ends back on the floor, whereas in the Romanian deadlift, the bar starts in your hands at the top and ends at the top.
When getting set up for the Romanian deadlift, we will approach the barbell as we would any barbell with a mean fucking face and an eagerness to lift it. Start by grabbing the barbell with an overhand grip using both hands. The width of your grip should be positioned so that both your arms form 90-degree angles with the barbell. You're going to want to unrack the barbell with the same form that you would have doing a conventional deadlift. Back flat, shoulder blades tight, and your weight balanced over your midfoot. Take 2 steps back and not very far away from the rack. Ooh, I rhymed there. Because at the end of the exercise, when you're tired, you don't want to be the one who drops the barbell on the ground. If anyone is confused why most of my takes are away from a rack, well, I'm just using enough weight for demonstration purposes, and I really didn't want to have to hold up a rack for someone who really wanted to use it. Next, we're going to want to position our feet so that they're about shoulder width apart, or whatever position allows your legs to be near vertical when you're performing the exercise. Your foot position should not be completely forward, but slightly toed out. But please do not let me catch you doing this exercise with feet looking like a duck's. From here, we're going to stand nice and tall, squeeze our shoulder blades, our abdominals, and our glutes before descending towards the ground. Next, we're going to bend our knees just slightly, and we're going to lock our slightly bent knees in this position the entire time. Throughout the exercise, we want to keep our lats engaged and keep the bar as close to our body as possible. Last check before lowering the barbell towards the ground is to make sure that the weight is balanced over your midfoot, and to make sure that the weight stays balanced over your midfoot the entire exercise. Now we are ready to lower the bar towards the ground. With our knees kept in the slightly bent position, our abdominals and shoulder blades tight, and our chest up, the next motion will come from the hips. Pivoting from our hips only, we will begin lowering the torso and the bar towards the ground. It is critical to remember, just like in any exercise, to maintain a flat, neutral spine. The final range of motion of this exercise will be determined based off of your own personal flexibility. As long as your back stays flat, ooh, I rhymed again. Keep on lowering the bar until you hit your end range of motion. If your hamstring flexibility is really good and you're not able to reach the end range of motion before the barbell touches the ground, or if you're one of those people with super long arms, then you can stand on a riser or anything that puts you a couple more inches off the ground. But make sure that something is flat. Do not stand on a 45-pound plate. As you continue to lower the barbell towards the ground, keep a tight squeeze on your glutes and control the weight of the barbell with your lengthening hamstrings. Like I said before, do not let your knees bend any more than they were at the starting position as you lower the weight. This is an instructional video on how to Romanian deadlift, not how to conventionally deadlift. Upon reaching our end range of motion, we will put our focus on squeezing our glutes and driving our hips forward. As the bar rises upwards, continue squeezing your glutes and driving your hips forward until your torso is vertical and your glutes and your knees are completely locked out. As you're trying to lock everything out, make sure to not overextend your spine and to stop when your torso is upright.
Yeah, I like a little ass in my video, the ass you're gonna get when you do these deadlifts. Now I'm gonna explain 3 things you definitely do not want to do when performing the Romanian deadlift. Number 1, do not round your back.
If you want to look like a fool and hurt your back, then do this.
Number 2, do not bring the bar way too far away from the body.
It is important to remember that you must maintain the weight of the barbell balanced over your midfoot.
Number 3, do not lock out your legs completely or keep them too upright as you're dropping the bar towards the ground.
If your knees aren't slightly bent at the beginning of the exercise, this will place unnecessary strain and stretch on the hamstrings and put your knees in a position where they might hyperextend.
Well, that wraps up this video on how to Romanian deadlift. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, go away. No, I'm just kidding. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Also, don't forget to please subscribe to Park and Fitness on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.